What's going on, people? Once again with another edition of How to Make a Living Without a Job. Title of this episode: Why do I have to work so hard for such a small, piddling amount of money? This is one of the biggest reasons that entrepreneurs don't make it. But before we go on, we got to pay some bills, baby. Links below. Best deal ever. First link. Hit it. Check it out. Now let's talk about this video. I was going over an email exchange I had with a student, and it was kind of crazy because the person was making remarkable progress, but they were not making enough money, you know how we love money, to pay the bills. And see, this is the thing. I mean, if you go back to some of my older videos where I said, manage your money or your money's going to manage you, this is a situation where that person's money was managing them. They couldn't take the time to build a business, which ultimately would have made more money, and just couldn't do it because they were just so pressed financially. I mean, like the city of Detroit. If you didn't know, Detroit, the city, filed bankruptcy. And he was doing well. 6 months, he went from nothing to an additional $500 per month, straight up net positive cash flow income. But he was spending a lot of time on the business. And this is where things started to go off the track. His mama, who never owned a business, his father, who never owned a business, his friends, who never owned a business. Well, if your business was viable, you should be making more money. It is amazing how people with no perspective about a certain situation have all kinds of informed opinions. And I told them, I said, you love your mother, right? You love your father. Your friends are cool. None of them know what the fuck they're talking about. They don't own businesses. They've had jobs. They can tell you how to work a job. They can't tell you how business goes. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Typically, it takes a business 2 to 5 years to throw off some real cash for you to live on. Pretty much standard. Happens. Some people do it in months, but that's a wonder kid or a special business. That's not the norm, and that's what people are looking for. Atypical responses to a normal situation. And they'll forever leave you frustrated. So we went on and on and on, and I tried to get me, just wouldn't hang in there, would not hang in there. And this was maybe 2 years ago. And I get an email from this person today. Very timely. Very, very timely. We're going on, and I was like, hey, how you doing? Guess who got laid off? Guess who stopped working on his side hustle due to the opinions of other people who never had a business? This one was like, you're just wasting your time. $500 and you're working yourself to death. You're supposed to enjoy life. It's hard to enjoy life when your ass is broke. It's very hard. Not gonna say it's impossible, but it's tricky. So we, he's like getting unemployment and everything, and he's like, hey, I've been looking at, YouTube videos here and there. I like the new stuff you're going. Now, he had me when my rates were much cheaper. That was before the $300 an hour consulting rate. And I just told him, it just kind of blew his mind. I was like, dude, you can't afford me, and the things I'm teaching now are really way above what your capabilities, because, see, you're one of those people who are super pressed right now. Tremendous level of motivation, but you're going to fall back in that trap of, I'm working this hard, it's got to pay the bills. I'm here to tell you that is not true. And just because your business doesn't pay the bills doesn't mean it's a bad business. It means it's an immature business. It's a budding business. It's a infant business, and it's still growing. And many people abort a healthy, viable business based on the opinions of other people. It happens all the time, because those people, well, you should be doing this and you should be doing that and this should be happening and that should be happening, all from uninformed sources. So we talk. I recommended some other products. I said this will probably serve you well. And, just talk to the dude. They're just like, man, hey, I'm sorry to hear that happened to you. It's happening to a lot of people. It really bites. But understand, when you start a new business, you're going to work your ass off, and you will be working for chump change. And this is the reason why. That's all you are worth is chump change. That's it. You're just worth chump change because you don't have the experience, you don't have the repertoire, you don't have the customer list. You are earning what you are worth. Big question here. Knowing what you know about yourself, and you had the ability to hire someone just like you. They were a clone. Same capabilities, and the job you had was a $200,000 a year job. Would you hire you for that job if it was your company, same person with the same skill sets you have right now, same abilities, the same everything? Would you pay that person $200,000? Hell no, because they're not worth it. And that person's you. You're not worth it yet. You keep working and you keep slugging it out and you keep pushing, the business will get there if you picked well. All businesses are not going to be winners. I mean, it's just the reality. It's just not going to happen. So what you can do is to help yourself really do well is gain a different perspective. If each month that you're running your business, that it is moving forward, meaning you're making more money, you're gathering more customers, if these things are working out well for you, then keep moving with it. Keep pushing. Because it's a viable business. It's a good business. It's a great business. Because understand, trying to get paid the income before you earned it that replaces your current income or exceeds your current income in a matter of weeks or a matter of months is some bullshit. My first 14 months on YouTube, it took me 14 months. I guess I said the first 6 months, wasn't making a lot of money. It wasn't making a lot of money. I was getting good feedback. People enjoyed the videos. But the money came after the first year. That's when the money really started to come in. Because it was trickling in and drabbling. It was like crip walking in. I mean, it was just like walking in real slow. It had no hurry about itself. Let's see, these people are crazy. It had no hurry about itself, and it just came in really, really slow. But I will say I had the benefit of going through that song and dance before. I knew that it was a matter of time because the numbers were right. If you're making sales and you're covering costs, and you're it's moving forward. It's just not moving. It's a baby. It's a baby. You know, the baby comes out the womb, can't really do anything for itself, and it just takes time to reach a level where it can handle business. And that's your business. And if you start looking at it as a journey, if you put yourself in the position to win, and putting yourself in the position to win is keeping your ass out of debt. Number one reason that so many people cannot do the things that they want to do in their lives is because they are saddled with unmanageable debt. They can't, it's just crazy. That's why I say, going to school, getting a degree. If you go to school, get the wrong degree, and you put yourself in a mortgage level debt for the wrong degree, you may cripple yourself for the next 3 to 5 decades. Literally. Now, if that scares you, good, because it was supposed to scare you. Because there's still people going, if I get a degree, then I'm educated. Yeah, you're educated, but the question is, Is anyone going to pay significant money for that education that you gained? See, that's the thing that messes people up. They're like, well, I'm educated and I have a degree. So big whoop. Tough titties. So what? What the fuck can you do? What kind of value can you bring to the world? What do you have that is valuable, relevant, that someone's going to say, here is X amount of dollars for what you bring to the table? And if you go, well, I'm talented and I have great potential, potential's like golden treasure at the bottom of the sea. It's potentially going to make someone rich if they can reach it. They can't reach it, it's pretty much the same as not having it. And that's what your potential is. Unrealized potential means nothing today. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's a crapshoot going on potential. You're going to have to do some stuff. So while you're building your business, understand it takes time to grow. That's why, some people may chime in the comments. I have talked people out of quitting their jobs. It's like the time is not here. I don't go, job is just over broke. I don't say that. Everybody has to live. People have to make money. You have to take care of your family. You got these things you got to do. It takes income. But if you're willing to live like most people will not live for a few years, you may live like most people can't live for the rest of your life. Because, and I'm not talking about being rich. I'm talking about gaining control of your time. Being able to do the things that you want to do in life while you're still young and nimble. Well, you can still be old and nimble if you work out. But, what I'm saying is definitely look at your business from a long-term perspective. Don't look at it as, okay, I put 3 months in, I'm not making enough money to pay the bills. This is some bullshit. Nope. That whole ideal, that premise, that mindset, that's the bullshit. Because you may learn something that will aid you in another business if you stick with it. I had 5 businesses that were marginally they were failures to marginally successful, which means I got all the money back that I put in it, and that was it. And from each one of those businesses, I learned something that helps me to this very day. To gain experience, you must do something. We're not at the point where we're in the Matrix where they can plug that shit into your brain, just psh, then you can do kung fu or you can speak French. No, that's not there yet. It's coming. It's part of the new economy. Oh, we'll probably see some shit like that in our lifetimes. But until then, you gotta get your information and experience the old-fashioned way. Hard work and effort. Now let's talk about that W word, work. There are people like, work is horrible. Work is not horrible. Work that you don't enjoy is horrible. If you enjoy it, you like the work that you do. That's the point. That's the place you should be working towards. And once again, you just can't quit your job and just do all this stuff. All right, I'll give you a little story here. There was this one business idea, wild ass scheme, a wild ass scheme that I wanted to do, and I was really on it, and I was so sure it was going to work that I almost quit my job to do it because I was just so sure it was going to work out. And I was like, okay, calm down, step back from the precipice, step back from the edge, and just do it in the evenings. Within a week, I found out that it was some bullshit, it was a scam. I was just like, damn, I almost quit my job because I just thought I was going to be rolling in the dough, washing myself in $100 bills, baby. And it would have never happened, and I would have been jobless and stupid. So understand, when you're building your business, it will be an incredible amount of work that you will not get paid for immediately. You'll get paid for it 1,000 times over. I can tell you this. You will. But it will not come in as quick as you need it to pay the light bill or get little bookums, some diapers or something like that. So you got to really look at this thing from a long-term perspective because, that's the thing I hear is like, why do I have to work so hard? Why do I have to work so hard? Because you don't have the skills or the expertise yet. You're working to get it. That's why you're working hard. And I will tell you, the harder you work and the more time you put into it, the quicker you're going to get there. And quick is being many months, 18 months, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. Now, if you talk to business owners, find some and just poll them and say, hey, be candid. Like, when did your business really start to support you? And if they're honest, a lot of them are going to tell you it was 18 months, 2 years, 3 years. For a lot of people that I talked to, it was that third year that was the year where things kind of started clicking. It was that third year where the bills were being paid, they could pay themselves well, and it didn't fall in on itself. Around that third year. Now, with the internet, the interwebs, you can start a business that makes you, let's say, 4 figures, 4,000 a month. Get that bad boy up and running and making money within 6 months to a year. That's very doable. However, you will be working hard, and that's the thing. So, to me, that's very quick. That's exceptionally quick. But once again, people have like that, what I was saying in another video. I gotta get paid, man. I gotta get money, man. You gotta get knowledgeable. You have to become experienced. You have to get valuable. If you're valuable as you think you are, you shouldn't have a lot of problems getting people to pay you your worth. If you are having tremendous problems with people paying you what you think you're worth, you're not worth it. One person, it could be an opinion. 2 people, maybe a bad role. But if 5 folks are saying, no, dude, you ain't worth that, you ain't worth it. So think about that. Think about increasing your worth. Think about working hard and understand that this is a long-term game. All right, this is Glendon, and I'll see you on the good side.